Welcome back to Pardon My Success. We are here on the set of Let's Make a Deal. And today we will be making a deal with who? Wayne Brady, hopefully. Let's not get hit by a car.
Get ready, it's the new edition. Your favorite morning meditation. Hey, it's me, pardon my success. I'm a hot mess. Pardon my success. Pardon my success. Pardon my success. Pardon my UPMS.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Pardon My Success. Today I'm here with Sandra Benton, the iconic actress, voiceover actress, the voice of the Navi Shaman in Disney World, just icon, all of your own storyteller. And I'm just excited to chat with you today. So my first question to you, how did you get started storytelling?
Oh my God. I started storytelling as a child. I was always fascinated by anything and everything, entertainment, shiny, sequins, stars, you name it. I was born and raised in North Carolina.
Love.
And luckily, we had things in school. We had piano lessons, we had choir, and then, of course, being raised in the church, singing in church and all that kind of stuff. So it was a natural fit for me. I always was fascinated by it, and telling stories just sort of came naturally to me. The first time I ever heard applause, I was in first grade. We did a Christmas pageant.
Oh my God, I love.
And we were singing Up on the Housetop, Reindeer Promise.
Oh my God, that was like my first tap dance as a child.
See, we all go through the same
Good old
thing.
Santa Claus.
Right? And we finished singing the song and they applauded and I was like, one try. This is it.
Found it.
I have found it.
To continue.
Exactly.
Were you starting to do plays after that or at all?
First community theater I did was West Side Story.
Iconic.
I was Consuela, the blonde Puerto Rican, and I loved it. I just couldn't get enough of it. And when I got ready to graduate high school and go to college, at that time, there was no musical theater degree. We had North Carolina School of the Arts, but you either had to be an actor
Yes.
or you had to be a music person. You couldn't meld the two together. And so the first school that I knew of that had a musical theater program was Mars Hill College in Mars Hill, North Carolina. So I went there for a year. And it wasn't exactly the right fit for me. So then I moved over to University of North Carolina at Greensboro and became a BFA acting major. And that wasn't exactly a right fit for me. And I thought, are you going to be a big fish in a little pond or a little fish in a bigger pond? So I ended up auditioning for the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York, got a scholarship, and I went there.
Oh my gosh.
Moved straight to New York.
Oh my gosh.
And I loved it. Oh my God. Well, it was scary at first. And the first month I was there, I wouldn't ride the train. I was walking a mile to school because I lived 20 blocks away from the school. And then I finally was like, I got to get over this because I can't live in New York and not use the subway. I decided I wanted musical theater because it was literally half my body is music, half my body is theater and wanting to tell stories. And what better way than musical theater to tell a story and sing a song and do and use all the skills. And so that's what I did. And I graduated from there and started doing regional theater.
Nice.
I did Jesus Christ Superstar in Pennsylvania, and I did Hair up in Connecticut, and I was Soul Sister #1.
Did you get in the nude?
Oh, in Hair, my brain went Jesus Christ Superstar.
And I was like, wait.
In Hair, I only got nude 3 times, but they were for special occasions.
Only thrice.
Only thrice, and I was in my 20s.
Always wondered this. How did they rehearse that?
Well,
Is there an undress rehearsal?
there's a rehearsal where you simulate getting undressed and then you're only nude for less than 30 seconds. It seems like an eternity, but it's not. And the reason why I did it was because we actually got new material from Rado, Ragney, and McDermott, the writers of Hair. And they actually were there.
Oh!
And there were only 3 of us in the show who we were never going to get nude. But then the 3 of us had a conversation and we were like, are we going to be chickens our whole life? Or are we going to step up to this moment and make this decision? We didn't tell the cast that we were going to do it.
Stop.
So we're under the parachute getting naked and everybody's like, oh, I did it. And I was like, shut up. We're not doing it for you. And so we all got done. and we got out.
What?
And mind you, this is before people had cameras on their phones and all this other kind of stuff. So there is no known evidence of this ever happening.
Also, what is the context for actually getting naked in hair?
It is bearing your soul. It's about being vulnerable and open in that moment because of the song that you're singing. These people were a tribe of people who were love and represented love. And it was a time of love and free love in the 70s and all that stuff. So it was, we are bearing our soul to you in every possible way. That was the reason to do it. Not just like, hey, look at our naked bodies. We're so amazingly gorgeous, because they all were amazingly gorgeous, but that's a whole nother story.
So you were a part of that. It's famously known for this scene in Hair, for being a scene where everyone gets naked. How many performances did you actually do?
Naked? Just the 3.
How many did you do in
6 weeks?
6 weeks. So were the other 6 weeks everyone was getting naked except the 3 of you?
Yes.
So you guys just stayed clothed?
So you can stay underneath. You stay hidden.
So you didn't bare your souls?
Yes, no.
You were like, we're not baring our souls tonight.
Not tonight.
That's so funny. So then the writers are like, well, we have these special lines.
I played AB Baby. They gave me a new song. They gave me a new monologue.
Oh my God.
So our director was actually in the original company.
Oh my God.
So we were doing original choreography. Literally, the writers are there.
You have to bare your soul. I trusted you with this monologue and this song.
I had to do it.
Wow. Did those become like canon later on?
I'm not sure. I don't know if they kept them in or not.
The reason I know Sandra is because Sandra is one of the producers, correct?
Yes.
Of Colleen Hammond Productions, who we had here on the show. Colleen was amazing, and who we do all of the festivals.
We're the resident
theater company at the Hobgoblin Theater, who we just had on at the end of the mid-season. You saw them. They were great. So go check them out. So that's how I met Sandra, through Macbeth and A Christmas Carol and everything. It's so wonderful. Yeah. Sandra's been there every single rehearsal, bringing food, helping out with everyone, wrangling children, helping us go truly above and beyond to make every performance incredible. And I was going to say that Colleen should edit a 60-minute production of Hair.
Oh my God, that would be hilarious.
With the added monologue and song.
I would love that.
And the 30 seconds gets cut down to like 5. It's like a flash, and then it's like, it's an idea.
It's a thought.
I think 60-minute musicals should be next.
It might pop up. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
As you're saying, I'm a musical theater girl. I know Colleen is a tried and true Shakespearean classic curator icon. But think of just the repertoire opening that could happen.
That would be amazing.
Just a 60-minute Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So you go through, you are now naked, bared your soul. How do we meet Colleen?
So I lived and worked in New York for years, and then I moved to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And in Atlanta, I was involved with a new writers workshop.
Cool.
And we would do 6 weeks of warm readings and pick from those, and then those shows would go to full production. The lady who was in charge of that project came to me one day and she goes, I have a show that didn't go through the process, but you're the only person that can do it.
Oh.
And I was like, what is that? And it was a 1-woman show that played 8 characters called Family Tree. It was written by Dr. Shirlene Holmes. And from that, I became known in Atlanta. So I was always booked anywhere from 6 months to 2 years in advance. Just doing other shows.
Wow.
So that put me on the map in Atlanta.
How long was it?
It was me on stage for about 75 minutes. Just me doing all 8 characters. Played the mother, the father, the grandmother, the daughter, the maid, the psychiatrist, and the other daughter who was dead. So I was doing everybody.
How did you differentiate?
So I had a clothes tree.
Oh, of different costumes.
And I would put on different pieces. And I had different locations where different things. And I had different persona and talk and movement.
Were there ever any nights that you missed a line or something like that, and then you had to improv yourself to find your place back again?
Luckily, I knew the story so well that did not happen. But I have been in other productions with other people. I was in a 2-person show called Ham and Judah. And God bless whoever the actor was, because he just could not remember his lines.
Ham, come on.
And I was a producer on this production as well. One night, he went up on his lines. And at this particular point in the show, my character was mad at him and wasn't talking to him. And he was like, what you doing? And I'm over there reading the Bible. I'm trying my best to not answer this guy. Could not get back around. And I finally just had to say something and get him back on track. And somehow I managed to do that through the anger and everything else. And when I got off stage, my director said, I'm going to start calling you Jesus because you're the only thing that saved that show. I was like,
of theater.
thank you.
Yes.
I've been blessed to be in a lot of great shows, especially in Atlanta. We had a great theater community there in Atlanta. And so how I met Colleen, she was directing Agnes of God. The other two characters were being played by the producer and the producer's best friend.
Oh my God.
And so I was the only person she was allowed to cast. She had auditions and I walked in and I, in my standard fashion, made it my thing. And she chose me. Through that process, we became really good friends. I was very brutally honest about the production to Colleen. And she was like, oh, good. Because I was the only one telling the truth about it. From that, she asked me to be a part of CHW as an assistant. She has a show called Life on Campus that has been produced all over the United States at every college and university, basically. And so I directed a bunch of those for her.
That's insane.
We drove from Atlanta to upstate New York. We talked all the way up, did all the shows in upstate New York, drove all the way back down, talked the entire way back down, and we've been talking ever since.
That's so cute.
So I held her child 12 hours outside of the womb. Like, she's my sister.
Oh, I love that. How many shows have you guys produced now together?
Probably close to 50. Wherever you are in America or around the world, if you dream it long enough, you can make it happen. If you follow and pursue, even though people tell you, what are you doing that for? That's never going to pan out. They told me I would never be an actress. They told me I would never be in show business. I would be another statistic. People tell you whatever makes them comfortable.
Yeah. No, exactly.
But whatever makes your heart joyful is what you need to follow. Don't listen to the naysayers, because guess what? The naysayers will stay where they are because that's where they're comfortable, and you do not have to be in the bucket with them. Yeah. You can get out and do whatever you feel like doing.
Exactly.
Because the world is beautiful if you choose beauty.
Exactly. But
you have to choose it and pursue it. How did I get to LA? I love doing game shows.
Oh my gosh.
I did a couple of game shows and I won $50,000 on Don't Forget the Lyrics. And I took that money and I moved to LA.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Are you ready to do Tina proud?
I'm ready to do Tina proud.
You're simply the best. You're better than all the rest. You're better than anyone. Ooh, anyone I've ever met.
So I moved to LA and I used that money as what I lived on the first year that I was living here. It allowed me to experience LA and come out here and learn the city and audition and go places and do stuff at AFI and do stuff at SAG. And the very first show that I had to join SAG with was Chuck on NBC.
Oh, wow. I feel like I've heard advice before where it's like, don't join any union until you have to join the union.
Here's the thing. If you're new to the industry and you don't have a lot of experience, get your experience. Do as much work as you can so that you are prepared to join when you join. Because there's nothing worse than joining a union and you're not at the level that requires you to be union, if you know what I mean.
What would you say that level is?
If you shot some independent films and you know your way around a set and you know how to find your light and how to talk to the camera, if you know all of that stuff, by all means, then you're ready. But if you've never been on a set before and if you don't know what you're doing, don't join the union.
So true.
Because people don't have time to teach you when you're on a union job. You are the last thing they are going to think about. Trust me. You might get 2 takes of rehearsal, maybe if you're lucky, and then they're shooting because they're on a schedule. They gotta go.
Yeah.
I did Good Girls and I got booked to be a waitress. Thank God I had waitress experience in my life.
See all the things that can help you in your creative career.
Because they didn't ask me, could I walk and carry a tray of water?
And that's hard.
And I'm got to deliver it to the actors at the table. Please don't drop this on my stars. And then I got to talk. I had lines and I had to do all the things. And thank God I knew
what if you
what
didn't
to do.
Yeah, I'm sure that happens a lot of times. People show up and they never asked, or you claimed that you did have experience and then you didn't.
A lot of actors do that.
I'm a professional equestrian.
Sure, I can ride a horse.
I can do that.
Let me learn that in my 5 hours off. If you can't cut a cartwheel, don't tell them you're a gymnast.
So true.
It's basic common sense.
No, for sure. Tell me, how did you get into Disney World?
So Cheryl was my agent, and she hit me up out of the blue one day, and she was like, I have this audition. It was the weirdest audition, but ultimately great. They sent me the material, and it was in another language, a made-up language, not an English language. And the direction was otherworldly, sounds like Papua New Guinea. It was the weirdest conglomeration of words put together. And
did you know at this point that it had anything to do with
No.
Avatar? You were just like,
made-up language. I don't know. It was Disney at that point. I think maybe yes.
so you were like, please take it serious.
So I had the materials, and I was doing an audiobook, and I asked my engineer to help me find sounds from Papua New Guinea. Children, do your homework.
So smart.
So I looked up and listened to some Papua New Guinea stuff, and I tried to make sense out of the words that were on the page that made no sense whatsoever.
Okay.
And so I went to the audition, and the casting director said something to me that clicked, and it was something about water. And I was like, I got it. And so I said what I said, I did what I did, and they did the track. They took that, and I think it was down to me. I think they auditioned 13 people.
Wow.
And the rumor is from them that when they played it in the room because they were all listening to all the different voices, and when my voice came on, they all sat up. That's the rumor. That's what I'm sticking with.
I don't remember if they told you. And
they told me, and they said it.
So that sounds like the truth of what happened. That's amazing.
And so I got the gig, and absolutely, I went to Imagineering, and it used to be over in Glendale, over there. And I got there super early because you don't want to be late for Disney at all. And I'm sitting out in the parking lot, and I'm having a come to Jesus moment with myself. Everything in my life has led to this moment. All of the voice and speech, all of the singing, all of the education, everything has led to this moment. And I'm so full of gratitude that I'm sitting in my car just weeping because I'm so full of joy. And then I see the security guy come out.
You're just crying.
I'm bawling my eyes out, and he knocks. And I was like, "Hi," and he goes, "Do you have an appointment here today?" And I asked, and he goes, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Sandra Benton." And he was like, "Oh, you're way early," because I had gotten there an hour before I needed to be there. And he goes, "Oh, I have a parking spot for you." And he's like, "Come move over here." And I moved my car, and then I went in to Disney, and of course, Disney's got all these amazing things up around everywhere. I got to see from storyboards and computer, I got to see what Avatar was going to look like before.
The Avatar ride and everything.
Yes, they showed me the plans for how it was going to look, how the ride was going to look, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So we're talking 2015 is when this happened. Oh my God. And the ride didn't open until 2017.
Wow.
And I did a commercial that actually played during the Oscars.
I look forward to seeing you on Pandora. Well, not te kameya.
Was that okay? The Navi Shaman. He's the number one animatronic in the world.
Yes.
And it was a 15-second commercial. It played twice during the Oscars. So however many billions of people watched the Oscars, my voice was heard twice during that episode. It was just stunningly an amazing experience. Artistically, being a part of the process, working with Joe Rohde and the Imagineers at Disney. Artistically, I've never been treated so well in my life. They took care of me. It was wonderful. And then 3 years ago at this point, Colleen, Peter, and my roommate, Sherry, basically were like, you're going to go to Disney and ride your ride. Because I had never been there. So we go to Florida. And when I tell you, that was the most amazing experience. Because we went, and Colleen, who's been to Disney a bajillion times, got us pins, and my pin said, "Celebrating being the voice of the Navi Shaman." And so we got to Animal Kingdom, that's where the ride is. Walks up to one of the cast members, and she goes, I just want to let you know that I have the woman who does the voice of the Navi shaman with me. And the woman turned around and she was like, have you ever been here before? I was like, I've never been here before. She goes, come with me. Yoink. And she takes us to the ride.
Oh my gosh.
She goes, you get on this ride and you do not get off. You ride it twice.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, because I follow orders. And so we're sitting in the ride and we go through, and everything that was on the storyboards is live in 4D, 3D, all around me. We go through, I'm singing to my own voice. We come around, we see it.
I'm like crying.
And oh my God, you're
So cool.
I was
Yeah.
crying. I was so overwhelmed. And we pulled back into the station and the guy was like, step this way. And as if on cue, all three of my friends are like, she's the voice of the Navi Shaman. And he's like, prove it. So I said something to him in Navi. And then he's like, hold on a minute. And so he goes to this lady who's in the control booth and he comes back and they don't put anybody else in our cart. They send us through again.
Aww.
And when we pull back into the station, there's 15 cast members standing there and they are just like, and I met everybody, shook everybody's hands, talked to everybody. It was awesome.
Oh my God.
And then the lady was like, have you ever ridden the Banshee? I was like, no, I've never been here. Come with me. And they took us to the Banshee ride and we rode the Banshee ride. And then we come out of the Banshee ride into Wind Traders, which is their little gift shop at the end of that.
Yeah.
And there you can make your own Navi doll. You can get a doll made.
Stop.
And my friend Peter was like, you have to get a doll. I was like, I don't need it. And he's like, no, you're getting a doll. So I chose everything for the doll. And the lady who made the doll, she was like, no, if you don't like anything about this doll, I will make you another doll. I was like, I'm sure it's going to be perfect. I guess other cast members were telling other people that I was there. So this other cast member runs up to me and he's like, you're my mom's favorite person because the sprites, she thinks are spirits. And I got a feeling that she wasn't in the best of health. Yeah. And he's like, if you don't mind, would you FaceTime with my mom? God, stop. And I was like, I absolutely would FaceTime with your mom. So I talked to her and had a great time talking to her, got off the phone with her. And he goes, so have you met Mickey and Minnie yet? I was like, no. He's like, come with me. So he goes in, he talks to Mickey and Minnie's handlers. Mickey dives on the floor in front of me and starts doing the Navi shaman. And he is literally sitting at my feet doing the Navi shaman.
Mickey Mouse?
And I'm like, what is my life right now? What is happening?
This is so funny. Especially as a cast member, I'm hearing this all the time. Your whole day is just literally the Navi shaman just talking and singing at you. All the time. There's also the animatronic that it was like millions of dollars.
She's 9 feet tall. She's got a 12-foot wingspan. Fast forward to the end of the day, I go to get my doll and they do a whole presentation of the doll to me. I was sobbing. I was like, you guys, I can't process anymore. My brain was broken and in the best possible way. The amount of love that was washed over me was stunning.
Your
it was
impact
so crazy.
You recorded something here in LA in 2015, and then here we are, literally 10 years later. This is people's favorite ride, favorite animatronic, favorite voice. My final question to you: what is some advice that you have to up-and-coming artists and creatives and actors out there?
So many pieces of advice. Make friends with people you work with. Be nice to everyone. Watch anything and everything, and don't just watch it, but also analyze it. Notice the style that particular networks have. CBS likes natural-looking people. ABC likes glamorous-looking people. NBC does a balance of both. Watch the shows you're auditioning for. Huge. When I auditioned for Chuck, I had a friend who loved that show. A friend was like, they're sponsored by Subway. You might want to either say something about it or do something. So when I went in, I had Subway napkins in my pocket and I pretended to have a hot flash and I patted myself down with Subway napkins. I dressed like the costume that they wear on the show. And I believe that might have been what got me the job. So know what you're auditioning for.
Yeah.
Game shows, same thing. This is my secret. When you watch a college football game and you see the cheerleaders, you got to go in with that kind of energy. Yeah. Do not come in thinking, hey, I'm cool, I'm laid back.
No, they
want you on a 10 or higher. Do not come in at a 6. Yep. You will not get chosen. I will coach anybody to how to go and play a game show because I have coached a lot of people, and they have all won. Jay won 3 trips.
What game shows are these?
Let's make a deal.
So,
acting coaching,
game show coaching, acting coaching,
voiceover coaching.
Navi language coaching.
I can do that. They can talk to me about
Down
those
below,
things.
all the links.
Thank you so much.
This was so lovely.
Thank you for having me.
Everyone, go follow Sandra. Go to the Navi Shaman ride and see theater, read books,
Do all the things.
do all the things.
Do the artist way.
Oh my God, I love the artist way. I do my morning pages every morning.
It will change your life.
They're amazing. Truly. Julia Cameron,
We love you.
truly. We are back with Sandra Benton 1 week before I myself am slated to go on Let's Make a Deal. So really quick, what are your top 3 tips to anyone going on Let's Make a Deal?
Be energetic, be funny, be nice.
Amazing. All right, we'll see how I do. Thank you. We are on our way to Let's Make a Deal. We're walking in. We saw some other people in costumes. So it's happening. Let's make a deal. Pardon our success. Pardon our success. Pardon. We're ready. We are here in the holding tent. Ian is here with us. He is, what is your role here?
I'm a casting coordinator.
Go off casting coordinator. We are excited. We're here. We're doing it. Can you tell us anything about what's happening next? What's going on?
It's a little bit of a mystery, but right now we're holding them until we can walk you guys to the holding area where there's games, there's food, we'll hype you guys up, you'll watch some TV, and it'll be good.
I'm so excited. Let's make a deal. We're here with Jesse, and we're going in to the studio. Good work, team.
Going to the holding.
Sorry, we're going into the holding area. My bad. Another door. More stairs. Less cool stairs. This is crazy. This is so cool. Look at that. Oh my God. Frozone is here. I have a podcast. It's called Pardon My Success. What's up?
How many songs?
Babe, leave me alone. Hey, what's up, you guys? And we're back with Let's Make a Deal. We're gonna make a deal. So we're back with Ian in the holding area. We're gonna get checked in. I have assumed the garb. There are many a folk here. We are all very excited. Let's do this thing. Get in here.
My greatest masterpiece, my seminal work. I don't know why I keep getting more and more like Godfather.
Yeah, very Italian.
Well, he's Italian.
It's
That's
Italian.
not kind of Italian, but it's good.
And we're back in the Let's Make a Deal franchise. Not affiliate, officially. But we are having a good time. I want to show you over here.
You can turn and acknowledge that he is now right there.
Snap a picture of that, jot it down. I don't want anyone to miss your episode.
We have left Let's Make a Deal. Deals were made. Deals were made. And we were there. And you'll have to tune in on May 1st of 2026 to see what happened. Get excited, everybody. Let's make a deal. Bye-bye.
Are you PMSing?